Okay, mic works now. And what was my initial statement going to be? 2 hours a day. There's still time. Congratulations. You've already won the day by gracing and therefore humbling the uncommon soul with your mere presence alone. You need to know you're awesome for doing that. If what I'm looking at is right here on OBS, it may be that I'm streaming all on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok. I think that's exactly what's happening, which means some stuff is working better than I remember it being. Maybe the switch to Windows 11, maybe figuring out how to get some stuff done, maybe making YouTube the primary source, because getting Twitch up is actually very, very easy in comparison. But if this is all right, then I'm gonna have good ways to go multiple places like I had been before and try to get back into. If I'm not exactly on YouTube vertical, that's no big deal. As long as I got YouTube horizontal, Twitch horizontal especially, and TikTok. If those work, I'm all good. And I'm also good to say hello to Mindy8712 here, as well as saying hello to Sakurubi. If there's one thing I need to do is to turn the volume back down on the PC, because if I do another Discord call thing, like I'm sure very much I will, I want to have the person who's talking with me at the same max potential volume as me. But I still want everything else on the PC to be not much louder than what Elgato does. No, it's not Elgato, Aver Media. The name just says Elgato, but I've upgraded since then. And I won't take 2 hours to start Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake in earnest. We've already dealt with that the previous stream. Now it's only taking me 25-ish minutes, I'll say, to get back into the game. Which, that is no big deal whatsoever. I'll tell you what may be a big deal for fans of it who are not happy, and I do feel at least a little bad for them. Grand Theft Auto 6 got moved from, I believe it's May 26th to November 19th or something. Definitely May to November 2026. So I'm sure some of you must have heard a lot of no, and probably a few called it. You probably heard all litany of responses to the pushback from Rockstar. You're not gonna see me care about the game. You're not gonna see me play it. I can't believe, but I did go through GTA 5, and I think it was a mistake on my end. What should have happened was me being here many, many hours ago. But I think some IRL stuff that I can't quite get into, and it's not safe to get into, it's gotten in the way of me being able to do as many hours as I want, because I really wanted to put in a lot of hours today. But as long as I get 2 hours in on this, I'm fulfilling the everyday streaming series requirements. And I'm a little surprised that you've been doing okay and getting some levels up here in the previous stream. Doesn't feel like there's going to be as much a grind necessary. That said, I hear that's more of a thing in Dragon Quest 1. I don't know about 3 for sure. All I know is we had gone to get the thieves' key, and now we can open all the red doors, and in fact, there's a red door to open right here in town. I want to believe it's up here in the corner of town, and I don't want to use a full screen map to make it happen. And I don't need to. Big old pot in here. Someone stop me from thinking this is a synthesis anything or a forge. A fun-sized forge was a fun time in 11. Something's spoiling away in there, though. And then when will Mindy be able to learn some monster abilities, too? There's a seed of wisdom we found in that pot. So I do have to check every nook and cranny for something searchable in order to get things. Like perhaps this. A leather hat. Who can use that? I don't have any headgear. And it feels a little unfair for me to have it, but I'm still gonna do it. I mean, I am the main character, and honestly, actually, I could be a tank of sorts. Or I talk to the man, checking anything else. Every nook and cranny, leave no stone unturned until now when they've been turned.
What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something? You trespassing so-and-so?
I mean, yes.
Was that the thief's key? My goodness, to get your hands on that, you'd have to be... You are, aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we've heard so much about. Oh, my. Then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Now, where did I put it?
A wrecking ball. It didn't look like a wrecking ball. It looked like a Christmas ornament.
You can use that to break the seal on the teleportal. Once you're feeling suitably prepared, make tracks for a spring to the east of Aliahan. But be careful with that ball now. Those things go off with an almighty bang. And good luck. You'll definitely be in need of it. But to think that you will never again lay eyes on the great Ortega.
Or maybe it's more of a bomb.
Strong front, but deep down she's sorely racked with grief. Be sure to head home from time to time and show her that all is well.
I think Chimera Wings would help with that. So, can we see important items? I guess not. So, that would undo the seal on the teleportal. It looked like a Christmas ornament, but it's probably actually a bomb. If it gives a bang, I thought, oh wait, bomb. That would make a whole lot more sense. So now to go to Aliahan and then go east. I didn't mean to go back in. I totally went to the right, but I apparently hit a border. So back to Aliahan. Maybe I should just go home and tell my mom I'm all good. Now that said, we can get rid of them pretty fast thanks to Zarn here. Look at that. I'm glad that's fast. Now, it may not be much of anything at all, especially at this point. How much do I need? 148. So if that was 6, 120, then 6, 32, 38, 44. I had to do 25 battles with 6 slimes in order to level up like that again. That said, Ichiban's close to leveling up, actually. So, Mindy and I have similar experience growth levels. Like, we level at the same time. Ichi levels up the fastest, then Zarn does. Not by too much, but he does. But I'm gonna need more than simple slimes to level up at a good pace. Maybe I'll save the MP this time around. I should have saved it the first time because I totally forgot Mindy's got a boomerang. And speaking of boomerangs, anyone a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Magic the Gathering, or both? Because there's a very fun card in the upcoming ATLA release, or whatever you call it, that is all the enemies, not just a group. And she's the only one out of us, last I checked, who can use a boomerang. There's a sparkly spot up there. And that feels like Aliahan. We need to go east. Now Zarn is strong enough to strike down slimes with a stick. That's some superior stick handling. So we do need to go east of here. But where's my mommy? I ought to let her know it's all good. That I'm all good. I think it's down here. I think this is my house here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just tell her hello after I check this. Another medicinal herb. And that book is not something to read. Change personality.
Welcome back, my darling. So, did you see the king? And were you nice and polite like you promised?
Yes.
Thank goodness for that. I was petrified you'd trip over or say the wrong thing, or... Well, it doesn't matter now. You have the king's permission to go off adventuring. You're officially a grown-up. Anyway, you must be ever so tired after all that excitement. Off to bed with you, sweetums.
She's great. I don't know about enough mothers that are at least NPCs, but she's a great one.
Morning, darling. Go on now. Off you go and do some adventuring.
If anything, it was a good idea to come here because, much like with Pokemon, free recovery. It don't cost me even 1 gold piece. So if a game's got something like that and you have a quick way, and you don't feel like spending, admittedly, especially early on, still very little amounts of money, then warp to your mama's place. So how to go east from here then? Well, damn. I need to go back over and then stay on this side. Had I known. I mean, I've got Chimera Wing. I probably need to buy some now. So let's go back over. I'm thinking of buying at least 2 Chimera Wings. Just in case. How much gold do I have? 771. Could potentially buy some equipment, but I'd rather buy that first, wings. And so I'll look at every shop in town if you're looking for something. Yeah, that's fair. We'll put it in the item bag. Now, do I want to get stuff for everybody, or do I want to go with more powerful stuff for a few people? Therein lay the question. I wonder, though, Chain Sickle, would that hit a line of enemies as well? Or would that be only one enemy? I don't know if I need to... It's a 1-point increase in defense. I ain't getting no leather shield. That ain't happening. She could put on a tortoise shell. That's 6 points. And a whole lot of points for Zarn. Yeah, we're talking 7 for him and for Ichiban. I dare think I have just enough to really boost Ichiban and Zarn's attack power. Just enough. It may not be the smartest idea, but I'm doing it anyway. It may not be the smartest, but I'm doing it anyway. And now I've got 1 gold. I mentioned resting at home not costing even 1 gold. The stuff I bought here, the 2 Chimera Wings, the 2 Chain Sickles, now I'm down to 1 gold. And it'll be a little time before I get to Dragon Quest 1. But in terms of the ERDRICK trilogy, this game is ordered #1. I am really trying to work 1 into a lot of things. I'm sure it's annoying, but boy, does it make me laugh a tiny bit in my brain. At least 1%. All right. Now that I've seen the error of my ways, it's time to go east, young soul. On this part of the whole continent. Still so many. It really is nice that we're able to see the weapons and sometimes the shields out here. Maybe we'd see shields if they apply to the various vocations. And if it doesn't really matter, probably with the priest, then we won't see them. We've got to see weapons for everybody except the monk. Boomerang will tear through all of them. Chain Sickle is, in fact, 1 enemy. Boomerang goes through everything with less damage per thing hit, which is fair. Let's see. I think I'll have Ichiban go for that. But then Mindy goes ahead and steals the show. I don't mind it. It makes going through all this the easier. I wonder, are sparkly spots one-time only things, or is it possible to have them respawn like draw points in Final Fantasy VIII? That's a rhetorical question. I'm not looking for an actual answer. It's all right. Waspian. The cross between a wasp and a scorpion. Both of which definitely sting. That didn't do much. At least 2 of them went down, and no healing from a heal slime. It is A-okay. Here's to hoping the next stream can go much longer than tonight's will. But I'm gonna get time to do things, so it's gonna be alright. Mindy doing work with the boomerang, though. I wonder if that'd be an ideal weapon for her, ideal weapon type. I think I'll go for the whoosh, though. Need a little strength there. That's alright. That's no biggie there. We're getting some good experience here. I swear I saw a sparkle around here. Yep. We're getting some good stuff there. But whoosh doesn't cost a lot. I thought it cost 3 at one point, but I'm not sure. Regardless, that miss sucks. There went 2. Then even when defending, there went that. Then when defending, there went that. It's all good. All glad about that. And I will not mind getting medicinal herbs. They're gonna be helpful in this earlier part of the game. I mean, 30 HP. Well, we're past that, but maybe when everyone gets the 60 HP, then it'll be time for more powerful healing. And I'm thinking if I go a little more west than north, I'm sure I'll hit another town. Although there's a ring of rock and sand in the west. I'm thinking that'll be something later, but teleportal is something to address. Want to get rid of the heal slime. After all, she got rid of the bubble slimes. So it healed. We still got to kill it anyway, and it only got to heal itself. It's no big deal. No problem whatsoever. Any more sparkly spots? No. I don't think that's a teleportal, but it's still something there. There went one. There goes two. There goes three. Then there's a sting, but there goes four. It's no problem. Again. And I am playing this on Dragon Quest, not Dracky Quest. I don't think I can forgive myself while doing Dracky Quest. Unless it were for grind-related things. That's a red door I can open to get into this little shrine. Then another book about boomerangs and whips. I guess it must be a tutorial thing then. Whips and boomerangs attack multiple enemies simultaneously. Whips hit groups, boomerangs hit everyone. Though maybe limited attack, tactically they give a great advantage. Not a personality thing, not a skill learning thing. It's alright. These pots are Chimera Wing and Mini Metal things. And that is not a drinkable wine thing. Hello there, youngster. You don't happen to have a wrecking ball about your person, do you? Why, yes, I do. Well then, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to the Path of Promise. It's next to a spring somewhere, I think. I think I've asked plenty how much Dragon Quest people have played, and unfortunately I never remember the answers. But I'm sure Zarnathian has played plenty himself. For the Path of Promise, here we are. I don't see no chests around here. Then down through here, we'll be making our way to the teleportal. I definitely feel much better in the throat today, so for that, I'm happy and grateful. I think my throat has gone back to 100% now. Is there anything anybody's looking forward to this month? And if that might be food stuff for Turkey Day, that also qualifies. Like one or a whole bunch of food you're looking forward to having, especially if you don't make it much, or if someone else who makes it doesn't make it as much. Welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. You won't find it too promising right now, though. The way through has been blocked up. Only temporarily, old man. Only temporarily. I don't think these are the lyrics. How do? Welcome to my shop. Let me cut your mop. Let me shave your crop. Gingerly. Fingerly. I don't think it was gingerly in there. I don't suppose anybody knows where that comes from. Because it comes from a very specific thing. I tried to sound like somebody, but I may not have done a good job. Especially since I didn't say a particular line. The wrecking ball is gingerly placed just so. And we step back. Oh, it's a 3D model. An explosion Mana could be proud of. Or is it Mana?
Oh, and you might want to take this, too.
A world map, huh?
Just know that there's an entirely new world awaiting you on the other side. Keep your wits about you, and don't do anything I wouldn't do now.
Is it gonna be gigantic out here? I mean, I didn't hit no portal or anything, but is the world of the continent I'm on way smaller than I realized? There must be a treasure chest where that arrow is, and I gotta come from above, come below to access it. Let's see here. There is a way to it, but there's also all kinds of pathways to go to see about stuff. I don't think I'm overly worried about whoosh. And I did not need to... Oh! Called for backup! I see you. Don't like you, but I see you. And now I don't. Because you're dead. Now I know poof and evac. And why ain't that working? I'll fix it. Now Zarn can put people to sleep. I mean, Zarn is entertaining to me, and he's got insights that I could stand to learn from. I don't want to be put to sleep by him. Oh, wait, that's a spell to put monsters to sleep so we can attack them and they don't get to move. Or if we don't attack them, maybe we'll get a little chance to recover or charge up for something. And that's an accessory. Some possess the power to change personality. They only do so when equipped in the main accessory slot. Well, most of the time. Cursed accessories are a troubling exception to this. Oh, gee. Well, I don't think that's very cursed. Happy camper. I don't know that I'm looking to be a lucky camper. His luck is the worst. Let me see. He's still an acrobat. That's what I wanted to make sure of. But then what about a cursed accessory in the sub slot and a main accessory in a main slot, and both of them change personalities? What to do with that? These are new. Killer Pillar. And they can increase their defenses. Maybe I'll go a little normal just to see how they attack, but this is too much of a crawl right here. I can't do normal speed. I just cannot. The lowest I can go is fast. What does anyone else think? Is this not unforgivably slow here? I'm not fond of that. Feels like it took a whole 3 seconds to go through the text. Rousing ring. This is why I came by. To see about stuff like that. It's gotta be at least fast. It must be. That's fast strikes. And I'm gonna need to fix up Mindy. Okay. Mindy is still alive. Oh, goodness. That got worrying there. All right. Let's use some medicinal herbs. Oh, that got to be a little worrying. I don't feel like having anybody die here in a dungeon. But I'm glad I don't have to worry about it. Right now, anyway. Resurrection items, if they're a thing, which I swear they still are an extreme rarity in the world of Dragon Quest. All I can do is a small fireball right now. I mean, I could go for that. I didn't try. Don't need either of those abilities right now. I think we gotta go for the spiked hairs. But whoosh will work on flying enemies well, last I checked. But they're down already thanks to the boomerang. And then I poofed anyway on the one enemy. I realize it. 1 foot wrong, and I know I'm going to fall to my doom. Nobody wants that for anyone innocent or good-natured. And I don't remember us getting to attack before enemies. I don't think that's happened yet. They can still strike fast. I don't think wind is very good on them, though. Now, Ichiban's in the yellow, and I don't like it. And just attack, attack, attack here. Good. It's all fine there. And I probably should be putting more of them in our individual bags. Like, there's 4 for him, 4 or 2 for her. It's probably still okay to have 2 just in case. I can give 2 more and give 2 more. I think that'll be okay. We could each probably use 1 antidotal herb. I feel like that'd be more helpful than not. I want to believe we can have 2 columns worth of inventory as well. Not 100%, but it'd be nice. Now what I could do is put that in the equipment bag. So we don't need that no more. We need neither of those no more. Free up a little space in the individual bags. I think that's all right. I'm pretty sure all of these are weaker for everybody now, which is totally to be expected. I think I like this music here, this dungeon traversing music. Butterflies will go down fast. Still want to whoosh the waspians. And it's more than a good idea that I primed that. Look at the red numbers. We done good with that. And if anyone wants to chastise me for doing it, I won't blame you. I still feel guilty about it because I just don't think I'm imaginative enough. Now, I'm not using it to make art. That just ain't happening. But I have used AI to come up with a list of segments or things that are done on radio shows to give the impression of far less concern of actually interacting if you don't want to, or if you're busy doing something. And as much as you want to say or respond to things, you're just not able to. And I could probably put more of that into practice if I try. And I keep forgetting some things. Probably one thing would be video game trivia. If you're watching on a horizontal format, you'd be able to see. On horizontal, I conspicuously have a window above me and there's no text whatsoever. Plenty of people will tell you a while ago, a long time ago, I had video game trivia up there. It'd usually be about the game and about some basics about it, and then 6 degrees, stuff that's related to other games. In fact, I want to double check something here so I can say it, since I'm playing it here, actually. Let's see. Let me double check and make sure. Yes, I do see that. Yes. And why do I think, despite the name, that's not the first? It's not the first. Like, here's 6 degrees points here. The hero right there, ERDRICK, by default, at least here in Japan, it's Loto. He's friends with Kirby there. He's one of the 4 regular costumes / skins of the Dragon Quest hero in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, by going through this, I can easily say that the default hero ERDRICK has actually become one of Kirby's newest friends in Smash Ultimate. That's a fun thing to think about. And considering that, Dark Phoenix Tori is under some kind of misguided requirement to play through this, or at least sample it and see for herself if she wants to go through this on Steam. You know, if I were to do that with a whole lot of games, and I mean there are a lot of games, she'd probably throw me into the ground 17 times over. Because there are some genres that are just not up her alley, and she would absolutely be annoyed to the max if I tried to push too hard. Now, Fatal Fury / King of Fighters, I don't need to convince her. She's already been doing that. Street Fighter, she's been doing that since the alpha days. Mario she'll do. Sonic she tried, but 2D Sonic is not for her. In fact, well, actually, Kirby's friends with Joker in Persona 5. She's been playing her some Persona 5 The Phantom X. So that's already a good thing. And why do I feel like it's still possible to play some gacha games plenty without becoming any kind of whale or dolphin or sardine or anchovy or whatever seafaring creature terms are used in gacha gaming culture? And why do they start like that anyway? How do they get there? I mean, if anything, I wouldn't know because I don't play the stuff as much, so I can't even say, but it's kind of catchy and they came up with some good stuff. The community can be creative when given the opportunity. Oh no! I hit L1 or L2 by mistake and got it down to normal. And I can't press anything to fast forward during all this. I sure hope that was a changed thing in DQ 1 and 2 HD. Be able to change the speed of battle animations during battle animations would be real nice. This is okay. Okay. I saw it, and I had to go ultra fast. It's still all good here. I can't help but think that this was actually supposed to happen, or bound to happen. Maybe it wasn't? And maybe that's just a way back to main path. I didn't go over that previous hole before in the first place. But I can always explore here anyway. So I'm gonna make lemonade out of this lemon. I don't mind it. And throughout Everyday ERDRICK, there are going to be some demos sampled because I can't just do the demos on YouTube right now. I don't have the viewership required in good standing to do some of those. I'm required to do them on Twitch. But those will be the first things in some Everyday ERDRICK streams. And then we'll go to the goodness of this here. But there's a good handful of demos and games that I can be sharing with you all. In fact, I kind of want to go through and see a number of them. As soon as I find the right tab for it, I better do this too before I forget. There was almost going to be some DMCA violation. I had to close that mess. Thank you, Boomerang. Thank you, Whoosh, although Whoosh didn't do much. The enemy still went down. I don't think I need to use no MP now. Nah, good. I'm in a yellow, but I want to heal anyway, so it's not going to be a problem. Okay, now to see about demos here. I'm pretty sure I could even mention these demos as it is. I don't think it'd be a problem. But then I say demo and yet they're full games. I'll sample full games is what I'll do. Like Steel Knight's Armis, a vertical shoot 'em up. There's at least one key that I was surprised to get so soon, but I'm glad it happened because I don't mind sharing that with you. So many keys I've requested and not able to get or not responded to. But that's no big deal. Not having some health is a little more of a problem. I'll try to poof. Maybe I'll make him a whipping boy. Take damage in my stead. She can boomerang. He can whoosh. I guess their defense is up. Did that have more of an effect? Did that add on? Hey! Hey! That was the main thing I was afraid of. Poof did feel like one of those spells that gets you no rewards. I wasn't 100% because I destroyed some enemies, but I definitely saw it there and I'm not fond of it. But it's kind of whatevs. I better fix her up too. It's all fine here. Okie dokie. Check for any other things and make our way back and be more careful. Let's see. You can strike them. Then whoosh them. How good? How good? Duh. I'm glad about that. I'm glad to find a chest with a chain sickle. Look, I have no real reason to get mad. There's no telling what stuff I'll get when I go through the game. If I don't use a walkthrough, it's gonna be a major surprise. I shouldn't be all that angry at being prepared and beefing up my party with better equipment. If I find more of it, I shouldn't be harsh on myself. In fact, actually, I can put this on me. I just didn't put it in my bag, is all. I forgot I could put this entirely on me. I can equip the chain sickle too. I totally forgot about that. See, I even did the opposite of get happy for even less reason. I can totally equip this and get stronger, or be able to strike harder. Why did I worry the way I did? I forgot all about the rousing ring. That doesn't look like any personality thing. His luck is better than mine, so it's time for me to put it on. No. That. Yeah, it would surely say the personality if it were to change when putting on an accessory. Okay, we go up these stairs, then we drop down. Right before we get up the stairs, killer pillars wanna be killers between these pillars, if there even are any pillars. I do like the boomerang though. And I like being able to kill them before they can hit us. Now Ichiban's stronger. Also better. And has an attack ability now in Mercurial Thrust. I know I'm happy about that. Now it ain't just defensive stuff he can do. I want to see it. Strikes an enemy before anyone else can act. So it's like he's basically learned those horned rabbits or whatever they are here, their ability to attack before anyone can act. He learned it from them, I can pretend. Okay. Now I know I can end up walking right into the holes. So I don't feel like it. I feel like striking them. I'm sure she's got the bubble slimes covered. Even if it's resistant, it's still hitting a group of enemies. That's the main thing. Oh no, we got bubble slime still up. But not for much longer. The priest can use a chain sickle as well, though. The priest can get in on the attack. I wonder if the Dragon Quest HD 2D remake soundtrack is on Spotify, because I totally put this there. Cower ring. Cowering. Cower ring. That's funny. Oh no. A cursed accessory that will have the wearer feeling like a big wimp soon enough. I am not willing to do that for the agility boost. It's cursed, so it's going to turn someone into a wimp either way. I'm not willing to put someone through that. I'm just not. It does not feel right. I can't think of it. I can't. It's spiked hair, that's what these are. Not bunny cord, it's spiked hair. Costs 3 MP to strike before anyone can act. Let's see it in action. We'll do it fast, but not ultra fast, and definitely not normal. In the blink of an eye, the same visual effect there. That's all right. That is A-okay there. I'm sure they'll come in handy in boss fights. Honestly, it very, very will. And then again, they attack before we can do anything. Hallucinations ain't great. I don't think I have anything to get rid of that. So all I can think to do is simply attack enemies. But Mindy ain't hallucinating, so her stuff can surely still hit. this, that's a worry. All good there. There goes most. And still hit. We's good here. I don't mind it. As long as it doesn't carry over into the next battle. And as I thought, it doesn't. There's that mercurial thrust. Mercurial thrust of a headbutt, and the other spiked hair doesn't get to attack. It's good news for us. What a critical. And Bob's your uncle there. I need to be careful not to touch these holes. The rubble I can touch, that's totally no big deal. But I think I better heal up. I really may as well with me. No chest here, but there's one up there. And separated groups. Maybe I should have had him hit the bubble slimes. But the bubble slimes are all gone thanks to Mindy. Don't touch the hole lest you drop in there. But touch the chest and get a little money, little moolah, little gold backs. And still whoosh the waspiums. Just in case. Clearly unnecessary. Already spent the MP. Oh yeah, I think MP is not as easy to recover as well with items. I don't see many of those. At the blue glow of the teleportal over there. Probably don't need to whoosh. I really didn't, so I saved MP on that. Party don't fall asleep. Party defeats the enemies. That's how that goes. I'd like for that to be the blue glow of a teleportal. There's 3 doors there. And then there's the teleportal itself. Okay, the Path of Promise was that first area there. That's what I was wondering and thinking. So let me see then these doors. And if we can even go through them. There's bound to be one door we can go through. Maybe I need the other keys in order to do more things with the teleportal. 3 doors, 3 switches, 3 teleportal possibilities, I'm thinking. It's still not strong against them. They resist it. But it hits a group. That's what I'm going for. Hitting a group. I wanted to hit a group of enemies, and I did. Now we're all good here. It's all right. And now Zarn is all fixed up and also knows the spell Acceleratle, the buff Acceleratle. All party members, good to know. That is a red door. And there's a tortoise shell that I didn't buy. Now I can totally, entirely put that on her. It's a solid suit of armor that gets the job done, but lays waste to the wearer's fashion credentials. We ain't worried. As a monster wrangler, she's becoming one with potential monsters. So this actually plays right into her fashion credentials for fellow monster wranglers. You need to listen to her when getting any monster or animal related wares out into the Paris fashion show. Is it Paris fashion show or Milan fashion show or what is it? I forget. Or are they both things? All these groups here. I'm doing this to hit the group. I mean, one of them went. And need to work on fixing up Mindy. And Ichiban for that matter. It is unless they level up. Then I don't have to worry about it. I know I've leveled up. I think it'll take Ichiban a little time though. Now I know Flame Slash. Okay, only gotta fix up Ichiban. That's what I was expecting, and that is more than fine to me. Especially since we got this MP back. That is more than good there. So I imagine this is more elemental and not just a stronger attack. I want to believe. I'm glad I only had to toggle to walk and run. That's another red door. There goes two. And there goes the rest. Such good feelings. That is another door. Seed of Wisdom. And not a mini medal, but 17 gold coins, which will still add up. Okay, now they're too stunned to move. I am more than okay with this. There they go. Now we focus on the spiked hairs. That still didn't take much. And I'm not bothered by these random encounters. Did anyone see someone say something about random encounters ruining RPGs or modern RPGs? I don't know. Random encounters have been a super long institution. Can they be annoying? Yes, if done wrong. But is it the biggest problem in the world if it were put in modern RPGs? I think not. And then, in some franchises like Pokemon, well, maybe less of a thing now, but for a long, long time, it'd be random who you'd run into in the grass. There had been some changes in the franchise to make that less of a thing, but for a long time, you wouldn't know nothing that was coming your way, except the general pool of what Pokemon to expect in some areas of tall grass. But I don't think the random encounters are really that big of a problem. I'll get through them because I have so much. Ain't gonna stop me. If there are too many strong random encounters, though, that's gonna be a problem. Final Fantasy 2. Sorry about that. All right, now we're actually gonna go to the teleportal. And it's gonna apparently be the start of a real grand adventure. It could have been a boss if it wanted to be, but it's not. A boss that guards the teleportal. Halt, trespassers. If you seek travel to worlds without or travel to worlds beyond, you must prove you are capable for what's ahead. You will fight me, and if you defeat me, I will let you through. That could have been something, but it ain't. Still trying to simply hit them, do some hurt, like that. Now there is one thing I can see. Two. 5. I could see about if fire has any effect here. Nope. What if I see how much attack power that has? That's some strength there. That is all fine. And where do we go? Another Shrine of Promise. Let's see here. All I had known was that tiny continent below. That was my whole world right there for a time. But now I see the world for what it truly is. And upon closer inspection, kind of a funny and coincidental, or perhaps very planned, fictionalization of the real world. Tell me I'm not the only one who sees this. Now keep in mind, this is my first time ever playing any Dragon Quest III anything ever. So I had never, ever known this. But this looks very much like a kind of fictionalization of the real world. I'll say, except for, actually, the continent we started on is the only major exception. Because I see Europe, I see Asia, I see Africa, I see North America, I see South America, I see Australia, and while on the smaller side, as a thing in the south of the world, I'm still gonna call that in any way Antarctica. But you all see that as well, right? I hope you see that. This is new to me who never played Dragon Quest III. That got fun. Imagine if I had to fight monsters here. I'm a little shocked that I don't have to. Just a little teensy tiny bit. But here we are in the brand new world, the brave new world. Oh man. This sure ain't the continental home of Aliahan anymore. Who's that? It's another slime. Maybe not a bad slime, though?
Wait! Don't do anything silly now!
Monster wrangling?
Oh, thank heavens! I made it just in time. Most would have attacked this defenseless slime by now. You might just be the one. Don't worry, friend. You've nothing to fear.
Yeah, if someone is a friend to you and you weren't coming at me, I shouldn't be raising my blade at you.
Tell me, have you encountered any unusually friendly monsters on your travels? There are some in this world that hold no ill will towards us human folk. This slime being a convenient example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! Look at that! He likes you. At any rate, I've taken it upon myself to look after as many of these cordial critters as I can. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced myself yet, though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Monty the Monster Monitor. You do know me, right?
No, I don't. I've not played any Dragon Quest Monsters games or anything like that.
No need to play coy now. Frankly, it happens to me all the time. Many freeze up around celebrities after all. Would you mind if I asked a favour of you? Should you happen to find any friendly monsters on your travels, could you send them my way? I don't have much, but I'm sure I can find some way to compensate you for the trouble.
How do I go find
As it
them?
happens, there's a monster arena in the nearby town of Romeria. There, critters of a calmer persuasion test their might against one another. Do stop by if you have the time. You'll likely find me there as well. Now farewell, kindred soul. May this not be the last time our paths cross.
It definitely won't be. So now we do learn monster wrangling. Friendly ones settle down in towns and dungeons. If found, they can be rescued. Some are jittery and some will scarper if we get too close. Maybe items or abilities to stand out less. The Monty will reward us for milestones. And the more monsters sent Monty's way, the more abilities Monster Wrangler like Mindy learns. Such a kind soul to volunteer to be a Monster Wrangler. You know she wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. The world awaits. I want to go up there as a sign. Maybe I want to get rid of Vladdy here first. He's new. Thank you, Boomerang. But Toxic Toad got to attack twice. Good thing we're close to a town. That's all right, since we're close to town. Let me get in there. Romaria. Does it really have to be Romaria instead of Romaria? I feel like Romaria would sound better, don't you? Do you? This must be the night version of the town theme. I wonder... I could just go straight to day. But I kind of want to see about the town around here. See what all's around. In fact, it's possible there may be a monster in one of these homes. I know they sleeping. A fresh, lively smile stares back. Or, a fresh, lively face smiles back. Glad to hear it. That's a nice feeling. And who could use a turban? Who. Why don't I do something not call interactive or something? Something listening where you don't have to worry about responding. News, calendar. Calendar? We should see what food holidays might be happening today. So why don't I try and find something that has that? Or change a tab into such a thing. See what food to celebrate today on this November 6th. There's one that people would enjoy, and in fact, I think it's been on my Google search bar today. I wonder if it's actually on Google itself. Let me see. Let me check, but then there's also a thing. Checking news, because apparently auto battling in Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake has improved where it can complete some of the game's most tedious battles. But can't rely on it for tougher challenges. And it wasn't featured in this. It's totally fine here. Let's see. Five battle settings. And focusing on leveling up, use auto battle. That just makes a whole lot of sense there. bosses and tough enemies, it might be better to take control. Even in minor battles, people think, or they aim for players to think that they'll be in trouble if they get careless. That can be a thing. Apparently, auto-battling adjusts itself based on the current combat situation, with characters wisely managing their resources and turns. Apparently. Now to go to actual Google and see if it's there, because I didn't get into the food holidays yet. I wanted to see if something was there. And it's not. That's alright. So the two food holidays I see today. Today has been National Men Make Dinner Day, which is totally fine, and people like Emerald Lagasse, Jamie Kennedy, Robert, what's his name? Dinner Impossible, or Restaurant Impossible, or probably both. Robert someone. Fitness is a very big deal to him, as well as proper foodstuffs. And Gordon Ramsay. Those men are more than willing to make dinner most of the time as it is. And I can as well, and I'm going to very much help when Thanksgiving comes along. I never think enough, but I feel like if we buy stuff a week in advance, we're gonna be set. And we're still not doing turkey. That still is not happening. I'll tell you what is happening. Baked mac and cheese. You better believe it. What I don't remember, I have two recipes of baked mac and cheese. One is pretty standard with just mainly milk for the roux and multiple cheeses from Babish Culinary Universe. The other is, I think, 2 or 3 cheeses and cream and milk from Papa Joshua Weissman. I forget if I've made a recipe that has the cheeses of the first and the cream of the second. Then, actually, I could see I could make the same high number of cheeses for both Turkey Day and Christmas. But depending on how people feel about the cream, I'll nix it for their sake. The cream will be for me. But it's still gonna be mac and cheese, and it's still gonna be amazing. So I'll easily have both kinds of mac and cheese. But it's more trying to remember if the roommates like cream in their roux, if they like a more creamier roux, a creamier cheese sauce. Not roux, Mornay, because when you throw cheese in the roux, it becomes a Mornay sauce. I wonder how they're gonna feel about that. The important thing to them is the number of cheeses, and that is going to be dealt with easily. They're gonna get their high number of cheeses. They're not gonna be constipated, and neither will I. Another mini medal. That was only one of the food holidays. The next one, I'm sure people are happy about, or could be. It's also National Nachos Day. So it makes me wonder, where makes the best nachos, or how do you do your nachos? Or do you do not traditional nachos, because you don't have to? You do tachos instead. That still is a thing. As a chose food, it deserves to exist in the same space as nachos, I think. The puppy. And since we don't get to hear it, but no getting the pet. All we get to do is talkity talk, which is still good in itself. I can hardly believe this, though. I didn't even realize you see him in the grass. But I just find myself more and more willing to interact with various pets and this was never a thing for so much of my life. If a lion was gentle and came by and not jumped over any enclosure, maybe more like get a sniff and then brush the face against the hand, or put its majestic mane if it's a guy, or just his head if it's a woman or a young cub, and rub the hand in the bottom, then I'd be willing to pet. But from what I've gathered, and it may not happen all the time, if you raise a lion cub and it grows into a full-grown lion, haven't been taken care of, there's far more chance that instead of thinking you're encroaching on its territory, bringing out the claws and mauling you, it's going to be willing to stand up a bit and give you a big ol' hug. Now, I think though, if you sit down or lay down, the lion will come to you and maybe put one paw up or both or something, and you hold it up and it's a hug thing. That would be amazing to feel, I'm sure. And all the objective is to explore the new world. I need a whole other key for that. Is it going to be in the same league as the Thieves' Key? Or is it particular for this castle? There are people who can get close enough to wild monsters to befriend them. He's wanted to pet a bunnycorn. It's just a bambino and not a gambino. He was a bambino when he was young, but he was not a childish gambino. If he was a kid, he may still... What is it? He may still... What is it? If we were kids. I forget the lyrics already. He would give some girl everything she would want if he could. Because those other boys would buy her toys, but all they'd want to do is keep up. I don't think I can go up there. I can still talk, but I'll go see about this first. That's a blue door I can't do anything about, and someone's sleeping there. I can't do anything about that right now, but I'm sure that will matter at some point in the game. I don't feel a need to put on objective markers. Feels unnecessary right now, anyway. Of course, I'm told to go sleep. Come back tomorrow. I mean, I guess I may as well. What harm would it even do? I don't need church right now. I see something poking out. It's a bunnycorn! No, it's a spiked horn, or it's a spiked hair. Don't you worry, little buddy. There's Monty's Monster Menagerie. And Spiked Hair is happy. Happily. And a new lease of life and a new name in Harry. I'm glad I noticed that, actually. Maybe I'll still rest anyway. Archfiend is apparently a rumor to them. But no, not a rumor. I want to wake beautiful boy. But I can't wake no beautiful boy. Can't get a moonwort bulb. That's for paralysis, isn't it? Yes, it is. Then that's for dazzling. Okay. Glad to have opened that door and seen things and more things in here. Leather armor. Who could use that even? Who could use the leather armor? Any of us guys can. I don't need it because it's not that much of a improvement. I think I could give it to Zarn. And then we can go to Zarn and take the plain clothes and take him out. Glad to examine and check out some things so we can find some stuff. Now it's probably as good a time as any to get that real actual rest in. There's another way out though. We'll stay overnight. It's all A-okay. I am glad that pointed that out. I should probably make my own curated list of the more consistent things I can do, radio show like, where I can say things that people would not mind listening to, hopefully, and they don't have to feel an obligation to respond. Various news things pretty fit that bill hard. Yeah, general news is an easy thing to do. But then there's personality-driven stuff. I can't do co-host banter without a co-host. And apparently, Hillary Banks can banter by herself the way she does it. How does she banter by herself? I mentioned this because she had been a guest replacement host or auditioning for it with the late Regis Philbin. Hillary Banks, when she had her talk show, was going to try out to be a co-host for a time for Live with Regis. But quite understandably, that didn't happen. You don't sit in Regis Philbin's chair unless he gives you permission. But then again, that's just how Hillary is. She's got to be the center of everything, at least in the comedy Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. In the drama Bel-Air, she's far less airheaded, and in fact, I don't even think she's really airheaded. She's a content creator, which is, man, the more stuff I watch that have content creators at some level of forefront in the series, more inclined I am to watch it. Like the anime Let's Play. Sound familiar by the title of a kind of video on YouTube, perhaps? Now there's an anime I absolutely will be watching and have been. Let's Play. Be careful around the North Mountains. They can paralyze. And if paralyzed, can't act. If can't act, may mean an end most horrible. Ugh. I'm gonna respond in person to something, but I don't like the thing. Moonwort bulbs for paralysis, clearly. Don't forget accessories. Weapons and defensive gear don't boost agility and wisdom like accessories do. Then Menace of the Archfiend. If people are down because of that, I get it and I hate it too. Feels bad about that. Open pots, I definitely gotta see. There's a whole lot of weaponry around here. And that iron lance is way expensive. I don't know. I like the thought of the boomerang hitting everything. No one can equip a wizard's staff, not even a priest. So there's no real point in buying this. I mean, it can be used as a free spell, though. I don't think that's enough for me, though. Could get shields. Could get shell armor. But then that is good defense there, dragon scale. Man, it's hard to figure out. I kind of really don't want to give it to Mindy. I really don't. I think I'm gonna give this to me. Or am I? I can't decide. I'll just go through here. Oh. I need to go down the stairs. There are muster arenas all over the world. That's all right. Romaria, I'd rather say Romaria. I'd really rather say Romaria. Oh, that's the priestess there. I ain't realized that. And a friendly slime there. And a talking slime.
Hello, Gooman.
Oh, I forget how he sounds. Wonderful to see you again. I hear you're finding the time to search for friendly monsters alongside all your other commitments. Thank you so much. Since you're here, why don't you go ahead and check in on the little critters? Well, I've done the checking. Do come back soon now. The monsters love your little visits. So, I can probably go for this, couldn't I? I dare to go for it. We'll sign them up. It's all I got, Harry and Splattrick. Let's see how this goes. Benvenuti! Welcome one and all to the Rank 1 tournament. Today we receive a new challenger, the team of Uncommon Soul. I don't know how to sound Italian. I must now ask all spectators to give their applauso for our competitors today. Now is the time to begin match numero 1 of the tournament. Combattenti, please step forward. You are the rookie wrangler that Monty spoke of, see? Your monsters, they seem very lively. Bene, bene. We will have a good match, I think. On your marks, get set, fight! Whatever tactics I tell them is how they'll do stuff. I can switch things up depending on the situation. So, what tactics? I think, nah, fight wisely. Because can't just do the normal striking. That's just gonna lay into the enemies. There went one there. There went another there. Nicely done. You won. So this is the newcomer with the bright future. Victoria! We have a winner in match numero uno, or uno something. ERDRICK won. Now we will continue on to match numero 2. Combattenti, step forward. And fight. Still fight wisely. There goes the Batterfly. Not much to worry about there. There goes Toady. Now, number 2. The next match will be the final bout in this tournament. The final Dragon Ball GT final bout. We hope that both teams will give their very best and will make a good contest. Combattenti, please step forward. It's time for the deciding match in rank 1. There's 3 monsters to worry about there. Now, show no mercy. If you've got any lack of mercy, no. Oh, okay. Thunder is good on Toady. That's very good to know. It's all fine here. Or so I thought. Killer Pillar is actually kind of strong. Not anymore. We win the whole tournament now. Benito! We have a winner in the Rank 1 tournament here at the Monster Arena. It is a magnificent victory for the challenger. Now I get to stand in the center. Maybe it'll be better as we get through the higher ranks. As we all know, winners in Rank 1 earn the right to fight in Rank 2 next. Finalmente, I must ask all the audience to give a round of applause to our combattenti. They did well, see? That concludes today's tournament in the Monster Arena. Join us again next time for more fighting action. All good. 800 gold coins, and strong medicine and magic water, and a bronze shield. And 240 gold coins there. So I made a little bit of money there. Now, let me check the item bag and organize. 50 HP there. That magic water is good for that MP. Maybe I won't worry about the next one. No, I can try. I can go for it. Now for rank 2. I wonder if MP retains throughout the tournament. I'd hate for that to be the case. Oh no, they're both dazzling now. That's concerns there. Unless it hits, of course. Nobody came for what looked like a cry for help. Unless it defended or something. Now it's time for a youngster. they do retain throughout the tournament. So I should have been saving it for last, and I thought I did, but no, I didn't. No, I did fight wisely, but Harry still did the spell. Now I gotta worry and hope for the best. Gotta whittle down the numbers. Oh, this isn't the last one in the tournament, though. There's a zombie wolf. And Harry's dead. And so is Splattrick. Maybe this doesn't end. Yeah, I don't think this music ends. My team has been wiped out. Santo Cielo! Good heavens, the challenger lost! The team of Uncommon Soul is knocked out in match numero 3 and fails to win the Rank 2 tournament. But know that this will not be the end. He will come back, and perhaps with stronger allies in tow. We still won a few coins, so we still got to see what it was about. Which makes me really glad I did that. So should I deposit? I think I'm going to for no good reason. I don't mind that because I may not need to buy stuff right now. Tread softly or scent they like. These may be able to rescue monsters. Some creatures only come out at certain times of day. Of course. Friendly monsters love making new acquaintances. Okay. I thought I missed something, but I must not have. Nothing to lose except the entry fee, so I lost 40 gold coins out of that, but that's not a big loss. It ain't no big worry. It's all right. Now we'll go ahead and confess here. That's all right to me. And we're gonna continue. I'm just gonna put this in rest mode is all. Let the PS5 breathe for a few minutes at a time here. I would not mind it at all. And I probably need to get a call notification off my phone so it doesn't shake every 3 minutes. That gets annoying for me at times. I also want to get to turning that down when I play this. So I need to find that balance. Or maybe I need to turn down the stuff in Touch Portal all over again. I won't mind doing that. I feel like that could be more of a helpful thing. I don't like the navigation bar still showing. Oh, gee! Oh, boy. I don't think I can take a break at least for 15 to 30 minutes. I can't be doing that when this happened.
All hands on deck! Batten the front doors! Brace the cash register! Break out the happy snacks!
I mean, before I respond, though, considering there is a comment, and I can use my sticky notes again, I can totally do this instead. But before I answer the question, I would rather first say hello to Aerolay since in chat. There's the sound. And I am having fun with Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. It does feel nice. But please don't be sorry about coming in when I'm about to go on break. You had no idea. You just wanted to do a kind, nicely thing. And that cannot be very upsetting to worry about or anything like that. And besides, it's a chance to see a little before any kind of break. And I can introduce myself to the people you brought along, if any have chosen to stay, which it says some have. For those who don't know me, I am the Uncommon Soul. If you're into RPGs, action, and or fighting video games, you are square in the right place. We're about being loud and proud about what we love and going for our pie in the sky dreams. Or cake. I'm more of a cake guy. And let me tell you all something. For 10 years, I have been in the single digits of average viewers. And yet, despite that, let me say, I couldn't apply for many of Square Enix's games on Xsola, formerly Rainmaker, because I either didn't have enough average views or enough total YouTube views. I did for this, and they have granted me a key to this. That's why I'm doing Everyday ERDRICK, because I want to go through this in a quick enough time where within the month of release, I'm able to at least start going through these. I did not realize I would end up getting this the way I did, and I know that this is the start of it all. So I would not feel right starting with 1 and 2. I know how the story is supposed to go, and unlike Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village, I'm not willing to go the wrong way story-wise. And as Aerolay says, and has proven in ways herself, we can still make amazing things happen even as small streamers. Which I feel like we shouldn't have to call ourselves small, even if it's statistically true. I don't want to be in the mindset of small, and I've been in there long enough and I'm still stuck in there. But everyone doesn't deserve to be in that mindset, and neither do I. Nor do you have to worry about me going on and on about myself. I've been doing it too long. Whenever I'm rated, what we gotta do, let me mute the game sounds and all. What we gotta do is throw up the radar on the queue floor above Outback Cafe facing the Scramble Crossing as stylized by, or in Shibuya, as stylized by Jupiter's / Hands and Square Enix's The World Ends With You. And I can't help but want to refresh the cache every time because I'm always thinking it's going to mess up. I don't like the thought of it. But it'll be okay. Because the important thing is seeing Aerolay's face up there on the monitor. And the name against a very white background, so it's very easy to contrast against the blue. What does my Frosty Tools have to say about Aerolay? Special Events isn't a specific game per se, but Aerolay was raising money for, was it Chop something? I forget, but I swear it was something food-based. And seeing Chef Jess 95 in there really makes me want to think it was food-based something. Aerolay is the go-to for epic RPG adventures and strategy showdowns. I'm not sure about the action RPG stuff as much. I'm sure there are some. And not just bump combat, but she's very much into her tactical RPGs for sure. And some good turn-based stuff as well. Raising funds for Extra Life there. So Thunder Plains of Final Fantasy X, and then Sky Bope stuff with Quartet. Last I checked Quartet anyway. And Quartet ain't retro. It looks retro and it's made by boomers. It's a boomer RPG. That's a modern game. Final Fantasy X, on the other hand, is retro. That totally fits. Chop champions for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And honestly, this would be as good a time as any to simply do an applause because that in itself is just a good call. And I will address everybody else once I'm done showing what to expect from me. I promise you're not being ignored. This is just me trying to focus on making the raider and the raid party welcome, but I will get back to the rest of you all after giving you a spiel on what to expect from me.
So, what can you expect from an Uncommon Soul stream?
Another plus.
My head hurts, my heart hurts, my dreams hurt, my brain hurts, my hands hurt.
Oh my gosh!
My muscles hurt, my bones hurt.
That won't happen in this.
Wow!
My eyes hurt.
Why does one of those things look like a keyblade?
My brows hurt, my ears hurt.
Where the hell did the poop come from?
My sanity hurts.
Hopefully something like any of that.
Oh yes. This coming Tuesday, or rather next Tuesday, or whatever you want to say, there will be another thing of Wii Sports Resort Golf. It'll be the last Uncommon Dad Memorial stream of the year. And it'll also still be everyday ERDRICK. So don't worry about that. Now let me finally say hello to Zarnathium. I've been holding him up for a few minutes and I feel bad about it, but I'm sure I shouldn't. I'm sure it would have been entirely understood what was going on and encouraged to make it continue to happen. Especially knowing that this will be waiting at the end of the tunnel. See, it's a rule. Whenever Zarnathium is subscribed and in chat, we've got to hear one of his many kitties, Lance. I don't make the rules, he does. I'm more than willing to adhere to those rules. So sleepy after past 2 days of streams. Let me at least show you where I am then before you go, hopefully. The Monster Arena in a very Italy-inspired place, Romeria, which I realize I was figuring it, but Romeria is effectively Rome. And having not played any form of Dragon Quest III, now you can hear the music. Having not played any form of Dragon Quest III, I would never realize that this is a kind of funny, close enough representation of the real world, plus the continent we started on. I pointed out the Europe and the Asia and the Africa, the North America, the South America, the Australia, and while smaller in the real world, smaller than the real world, still something Antarctica. I appreciate very much that you won't give away things. You are very respectful about that, and I am glad that we can all agree on that. But I think I've held you up long enough. You've seen where we are now, and you see me learn something I had never known before about a game that I want to believe that you, in fact, are very experienced with. Oh, did you notice? I got a slime here alongside the Kirbys. And the Kirbys are friends with ERDRICK, so it all makes sense. I'm worried I'm projecting too loud or pushing my voice a little too hard. I'm not trying to mess it up again, but I've just been wanting to talk. I might remember I was one of her named party members, martial artist. I would not realize this. Was this 2 or 3? Because from what I gather, there's no party in 1. You're doing it all on your own. It was 3. I do now realize you definitely were playing a Dragon Quest game. You were playing Dragon Quest 3, but I forget what version. Was it the mobile version that had been ported to Switch? Or was it some other version of Dragon Quest 3 that you played? Because that I don't remember for the life of me. But me being a martial artist does ring bells. It was the mobile port that was on Switch. You know, you may have a little giggle in learning that, I forget when and why. I messed around a little in that, actually. I messed around very little. And for whatever reason, going left to right on the screen kind of hurt my eyes a bit. But my eyes are definitely healthy and encouraged going left and right in this map. I don't got any worries about that. And I can't wait to go through more of this as it is. There's some great triumph or adventurous music here. There'll be more of that to go. I'm sure I've held you up long enough. It's probably okay to do the break thing now. But I've gotten to show you a little bit of where I'm at, and I've gotten to thank you for the raid. So, probably back to rest mode now after all. But I don't want people to worry as it is, because there's no real reason to. Hope I have an amazing time with the game. I entirely expect to. And congrats on a key for 1 and 2. Thank you. After 3 years, someone at Square Enix decided to take another chance on me. Or was it Xsola? I honestly don't know. But either way, someone decided to take a chance on me. And here's to hoping I work fast enough and efficiently enough, Platinum Trophy, to not let them down. Here's to all the way hoping for that. But right now, though, more pressing thing is to finally take that break like I said I was going to. Now that we've entered a whole brave new world. Stretch, relieve yourself, get a drink, get a snack, and we'll go to exploring more of it.
but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. I stay knuckled up, I'm in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they tryna cut me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. I'm in narrow hallways, running like it's a ball game. Hand tracks be tracking me to different doorways. In a maze, and I don't know what to do. Guaranteed though, I'ma find the emeralds. Don't call me Knuckles for nothing, I get loose. Sure beats fighting with them foes all the time, but I gotta do it, they always stay out of line. Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. Stay knuckled up in a deep cut. I'm seeing skulls that burn, they tryna throw me off. Avoiding my luck, I'm feeling kinda stuck. Don't call me Knuckles, give me a box.
No eye, no ear, no nose, no hand, no body, no eye, no shape, no shape, no eye, no ear, no nose, no hand, no body, no eye, no shape, no shape, no eye, no ear, no nose, no hand, no body, no eye, no shape, no shape, no eye, no ear, no nose, no hand, no body, no eye, no shape, no shape.
let's explore more of this big bad world. Although, what if I wanted to stay in Romaria? No, Romaria. In the hopes of where we need to be next for the story. I'm not using the objective marker, so I could be missing out or something. But I don't know. We can go up the castle now, and I feel like we should be checking the nearest place when going into a new area or world or something. And surely there's some way we could fly back home or something. Right, we have that with Chimera Wings. What about an airship? Even though the same Final Fantasy. Now we can go up here.
Well met, traveler. Tell me, what brings you to Ferris to Roma?
Has he heard of me? I think he has.
Ah, I see. You must be the hero of Aliahan. Your king sent word that you were on a mission of great importance. Ah, it is an honor to at last meet the scion of Ortega in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you. Now, there is something I must ask of you. That despicable Androbinut has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero. Believe me, you will not get a better chance to show just what a descendant of the great Ortega can do. Go forth, and may luck travel with you.
Gotta go for it. Have I ever traversed the desert south of Romaria? No. There's a kingdom down that way. East of Romaria, then circle around southward. Miles and miles of desert is good. Ibis is the kingdom. Is there beauty in the hearts of Aliahan's people too? I should think so. And songs. I probably won't be singing these. Southwest of Koriv in the north, there's Skyfell Tower that dwarfs this castle. I don't remember that. I only have room to commit 30 things to memory. Unsealant must be a petrification fix. If I can only commit 30 things to memory, that feels like at least one thing to commit. And good to know I stuck with some traditional RPG tropes. Because coming here during the day and talking to His Majesty does give me a feel of what to do, where to go, and all that. And defends the whole come to some big place early on thing. And I swear I've been everywhere else. No, I haven't been up these stairs. I haven't gone up this floor. I haven't gone up these spiral stairs that are surely more fun, or at least easier to travel compared to the days of old. Would I lie to you? Yes, somebody would lie. I feel like leather cape is an accessory compared to armor. What does this old man have to say, if anything? So, his son is the king. He prefers to play than to rule. So this old man must have been the king before him. So is the crown only a symbol and not really the right to rule, like not the proof of rule, as in not his actions? Oh right, I forgot to give somebody a turban. She's the only one who can put any turban on. Or at least that. There's other headgear we can put on, but we can't do that. Oh no, leather cape is armor. And neither one of them can equip it. I'm gonna give it to him. And we'll take the leather armor out. Rather, Put it in the bag. But who is cursed? I don't want to give anyone that coward ring. I can't do it. It's cursed. Maybe when people are maxed out, I can, because personality won't matter anymore where growth is concerned. Yeah, that's something about right. When we don't have to worry about growing anymore, then I won't worry about the personalities. Although there was something there in Traveler's Tips. It is alphabetical. Good. Agility increases slowly as a wimp. I don't know. I ain't overly thinking about it. Only a woman can be a vamp. Straight arrow is fine. Tearaway is okay enough. Not thug. The luck increases slowly as a tough cookie. It's whatever to me. Slightly quicker and quicker. Slippery Devil sounds good for magic. I dare say I could work on making Zarn a Slippery Devil. Then what, Free stats as a show-off. Aragon has extremely fast strength growth. Everything, or agility, wisdom, and luck increase slowly. For the sake of attack power, I could find something to make him a paragon, couldn't I? But how far do you have to go to find such a thing? Not a mule. Lucky Devil would be good for somebody. Like a thief, really. A thief would really benefit as a Lucky Devil. Could go Meathead instead of Paragon. I think Meathead would probably be fine. Then what? I don't even remember the difference between resilience and stamina. Ironclad. I wonder if someone could be ironclad. No, no. What am I thinking of? Nah. Charmer would be fine there. Or Clown for... but no. Contrarian. Nah, not Contrarian. Bodybuilder or Meathead? I want to go Bodybuilder with Ichiban. How do I go about it when I can't just change it immediately right now? Like, I've already made Ichiban. Where's a book or accessory to make a, I already forget the name. Someone doesn't know of Robin Hood. Up Skyfell Tower. We will definitely give him an idling. We absolutely will. You know, if I didn't have objective markers... No, if I had objective markers, I'd be going from point A to point B pretty quick. which I think is fine. But this does make it feel more adventurous and actually encourages me to go looking around and doing stuff. I kind of don't mind. If you want to see what's down below. Oh wait, I came here and I can't open that door. Is there another staircase on the other side? No. Which means I've effectively gone through here enough, it feels like. Yeah. Okay. What to do now? What do I feel like? Should I give the whole place another once over because it's daytime? Look real carefully for any monsters that are friendly. And then right to that barrel, got a new medicinal herb in there. And how would I know when I found all the monsters in a particular place, too? Fanciful man. Be careful if he follows his winds. That sounds like a warning I should heed. Another chimera wing, I will definitely enjoy that. Let's see. Glad to get a little talky talk. So that's the kingdom there, Ibis. But where's the tower? It shows daytime and nighttime. Southwest of Koriv in the north. So where's Koriv then? If not there, and then a tower there. Unless that's a tower there that I can't reach. I won't know until I go, and everyone's all rested up and we're good to go. But I can't do anything here.
At last wit, now
Oops.
march, Cavalieri.
Don't even move the stick. Forget about it.
Ah, scusi. By any
Scusi.
chance, would you happen to have come from Aliahan?
Yes, I have.
Then it is as I thought. We recently received a letter from the king of your nation. He mentioned sending a warrior off on a great quest. You are exactly as he described. I had hoped for some help tracking down our king's crown. You see, it was recently stolen. As a result, the outpost that leads to Portoga is closed until further notice.
Oh.
Sorry for the trouble. I am truly sorry. I know this will not help your journey. However, the outpost will be open soon enough. We believe we have found the hideout of the thieves. The crown will be returned in due course. Viva el Rey!
What was that, Portagona? Definitely Portugal.
Ruffians are in the tower to the northwest. The one that's just over the mountains.
See, I saw it once when I made the journey to the western coast. It is quite a trek, let me tell you.
I don't mind. I'll make that trek. We can't ride no horsey in this game. I haven't witnessed the belly dance. What if I say I have? Truly an enlightening experience, he says. Monster over by the fountain in town. I probably need to actually speak to a lot of NPCs to get help without going through the internet. There's Koriv. And go southwest of Koriv. Alright, I forgot what stuff I was getting. Why do they insist on doing stuff? They're not equipped the whip. I don't think I equipped the whip. Or maybe I didn't buy the whip. I don't think I even bought the whip. I don't think I did buy the whip. No, I did. It's all right. Can I take that bridge over? I don't think I can. I feel like I gotta go through the desert here. I still can't see the whole world, though, despite the kind of world it is. I can't do the move the camera everywhere I go thing. Gotta make it feel enough like the olden days. Let's work on them here. Party, don't fall asleep. Don't like the nimble dodge. Then one toad flees. That's all right. Look at them tiny trees compared to the other trees around here. I don't like that any kind of motion moves the packs this well. I feel it's really bad. Gotta work on Zarn, get him back up to health. I think for that sake, we're gonna make him a whipping boy of Zarn. That boomerang missed. We good. Let's go ahead and medicinal herb here. Must get him back in good shape. Not me yet. I need to go to Portoga, but I cannot yet. I won't be able to until we get the crown. Kinda stuck otherwise. And still whoosh. There went one killer pillar, and another, and then another. It's still all right. What if I should rest up? Too bad tents aren't a thing in this game. But whoosh is just good for groups like that. They don't get to hit. I see a sparkly spot. I feel like I should still rest. Corey. I was gonna look up something, I think. I think I am gonna look it up because I have to be sure of things as it is. And I'm glad it does work. Glad I found things to make work. All right. Power southwest of there. This is a mountain village. Oh, monster. Maybe too skittish. Nope. Super! Now we have Healy on our side. And the Monster Wrangler's mind is open to a new world of cordial critter comprehension. Cordial critter comprehension. I love the alliteration and puns that go on in this franchise. What about anybody else? Are you any fan of any of that stuff? Wordplay sure seems to be a fun thing when translating into English. I'm all good with that myself, and I hope it's a hallmark that doesn't go away. I don't want it to go away. For some reason I thought it was off in the first place, but it wasn't. Now I understand even more than before about how monsters live their lives. So I don't see anything about any monster abilities. I don't know exactly what that did for her. I forget that entirely. Yeah, it is a little burny in here. I do have to worry about that. The monster stuff. Beginners too. I don't know enough about the monster abilities because I ain't got none yet that are more than what we have. Oh, I saw a sparkle, but I didn't. Can't go looking into those barrels. When far away from towns, use a chimera wing. You can go back right away with where you left from. That's something I didn't enough think about, but is oh so immediately true. Anything I can pilfer from these hotel rooms? A necklace of immunity. What does that make me immune to, though? Can't be as powerful as a Final Fantasy ribbon. Yeah, it is burning here. Why is it burning now? I could be using that fan. All right, let's see. Helps resist poison. So it can really be a sub-accessory or for someone else a main accessory. Get that up to 50, get that up to 53. You can put that on and keep the personality. I think that's all right. Nah, we'll stay overnight. It's just what makes sense. Why don't I check for some more news? What should I see? I ain't worried about that. This. If there were an article about why the GTA 6 delay is a good thing, I'd want to read it. Nothing here to worry about. I didn't know there was such a thing as a $15 cordless tire inflator. Or at least it's on sale for $15. That would come in handy. Surely real handy, actually. No one will want to touch November with Grand Theft Auto 6 going there now. Okay, there is something about there being a long history of it. And it's been worth the wait. Take a deep breath and remember, delays are good. Not always true, but it usually is. Apparently when Duke Nukem 3D was delayed, it was bad. Was it 3D or was it Duke Nukem Forever? Or did Duke Nukem Forever come out in time and it was just not a great game? But now I've got a party of three monsters, so I could go again for that tournament. I don't know that I will. I mean, leave. I didn't think I was that close. I don't mind the magic water. I don't mind it at all. And I could go in through the back. Gotta be something worthwhile here, like a fur hood. It has to be worthwhile. And there was a mini medal. I know that's a big deal. Return in the nighttime. So there's an actual reason to come back. Here I thought, oh, I see that door now. Only now saw it on the map. They're out here helping out the customers. Perennially sleeping people. Aries cursed with sleep. That can be a problem. And that was a hint to find the heel slime during the day. Decade or not scared warrior. I wonder if that was Ortega. Yeah, it had to be because he mentioned me left behind. Wanted to be with those he left behind. Lovely voice of gentle warmth. Ortega really was an amazing man. The heck is Musk? It lures monsters. Good to know, I just don't feel like doing it. Burly geezer in a big helmet. No time for making merry, not with the quest going on. If only he was enjoying himself. And there's a church up there, I see. No sparkles around here. Where, oh, where anything? Wait, I thought I could equip the chain whip. Why can't I now? I thought I could. She can have the claws, but I think I'd rather give her the whip. It doesn't hit all the enemies, it hits a group. I ain't worried enough about chainmail. I'm worried about attacking, not defending. But defense will come in handy, of course. We sell this useless equipment. One-time forge was 11 as it was. And it may not be the most fun idea, but I feel I do need to go to the can. Please excuse me while I do. At least this music will be calm here, right? So many apologies on that. Feels bad. So long that the controller turned off. But still relaxing Dragon Quest music that Ericus loves. Now, I will wait to be sure if Ericus is still in here before I greet, because I want to, but I want to know that he's still in here before I do. In the meantime, let's finally sell stuff. Oh, wait. I don't think I should sell that yet. That is not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. I really want to sell the Cower Ring. It's not worth the agility. But I can sell these two. I don't mind. Let me go back and make sure that equipment is all good for people. Oh. Let's see. Let's give him this. Gotta up his defenses. That's some good defense for Mindy, though. And then I ought to give him this, too. Give it to him. Put that in the bag, put that in the bag. Put this in the bag, and that in the bag. Put this in the bag. And nothing else in the bag. It's 1 point of difference. But it's still better than that. Didn't have to buy it. Jeez, the only one who can equip a turban. These we can sell. Definitely sell a copper sword. I'll sell these Wayfarer's clothes too. And I'll sell the turban. I can't help but think I still want her to have the boomerang. Maybe I ought to give the lance to Ichiban. A lot of me is really thinking that. I don't know though, because there's still a little something. Nobody needs a pot lid. I don't want to sell no magic water. The seeds sell for money. But why would I even? I'll sell one of these. And 2 medicinal herbs. I'll sell one here. And instead of 1 gold, I'll go completely broke so to help out Mindy. I'll let her go. I'll let me go completely broke. That isn't a memory that matters neither. Now let's take that boomerang and put it in the bag. Or transfer it to somebody. No. It's a 5-point difference. I mean, 5 points is a little something, but I don't know. I'm the only other one who can use a boomerang. We already have chain sickles. I too much want to hit everybody. But that's what I'm going for. Monster in town or wilderness, they're not frightened. Must always be courageous. That's fair. They smell the fear, they'll either run off or they'll eat you up. Norvik is north from here. And southwest is Skyfell Tower. Spiked hair while looking for herbs. A forest northwest of here. Let me make a note of that. So the English is not all that smooth, but it's still entirely coherent. Maybe I want to go to the right. Maybe I want to go to the graveyard. Wouldn't mind. Babushka. That's a general term, isn't it? Babushka. Just searches for good items that might be nearby. I mean, that's an enterprising little girl there. That's an enterprising little girl to look for stuff. In a game like this, it'd be too helpful not to. Like a mini Madola. Martial artist punching the head off of a bear. That's quite the martial artist there. I think we're good here. I probably could confess. Maybe I won't confess just yet. There's still more to this town I haven't checked out. I checked this out though. I'm glad I do feel relief. I was in the bar already and I checked around it. There's a red door to go into. That's what I was wondering there. You can't take a free rest in the bed though. We can get boxer shorts. My coming into this place is vexatious to them. I can't help but wonder. And I want to believe there'd be consequences. So I'm going to check something. I'm going to rest until nighttime. I expect the shopkeeper to be asleep. Oh, I can't. I'm literally completely broke. Never mind. Maybe I'll go confess that I'm a broke bastard. I know the term is broke bitch, but I'm not a bitch, I'm a bastard. And then go out and do some things. Check for that hair. That spiked hair. Northwest Forest. Let's confess. I feel like that's a better idea than not, and definitely do not rely on just the autosave. That is a very bad idea. trying to see something here, but I don't think for me. No. Now let's get out and go to that northwest forest before we go southwest to the tower, the Skyfall Tower. We can go out of here west. You could be anywhere out here. That's the northwest. And there's a sparkly spot over here. Oh, we got a knight here. Got restless armor up in this piece now. Let's go work in the restless armor, why don't we? Now that whip we can totally use on all those putrefidos. Or anyone else can, he does. That hurt a bit. Go ahead, whip. There's a critical somewhere. There goes two more. Not the cello rattle. There go the others. It is still faster than us at all. Restless armors are a pretty memorable monster to me. That was some nice experience. I can appreciate that. And Mindy's abilities, her repertoire of abilities, it's a boost thanks to her improved understanding of monsters. Now she knows Call of the Wild. That's all cool. How does that work? A wolf warrior that unleashes 4 strikes on all enemies. I worry about that being weak, but at the same time, it's still a brand new skill or ability, and it's off of school. Okay, that stuff disappears. Let me see here. Unfortunate underclothes which exude an air of despair. Or maybe that's just sweat. That's all fun there, but we can't have anyone put that on. A feathered cap is the quickest way to add a few feathers to your cap. Quickest way to add a few feathers to your cap. I'm gonna give it to Zarn. I got headgear. There's a whole nother village there. It makes me wonder if the spiked hair is there or in the actual forest proper. That's all enemies. I always see about it. That's random enemies there. That's okay, we know how it works. It'll still come in handy. We'd use that on a boss and consolidate all the hurt. Okay, Ichiban, it's time for you to... Better safe than sorry. Be Mindy's whipping boy.
Here I go.
Just in case. Those rabid crabs could not even. Oh, wait. They might be all asleep here in Nordvik. Yeah, they are. Well, crap. There ain't no point in being here if nobody can help with any rest stuff. What a flute, though. I can't be helped by anybody. Not even a priest or priestess can help me. They can't let me confess all I've done. If anything, I'm not even seeing a priest. They're probably over here. No. But I'm not gonna worry about this place right now. I'm gonna try and be careful going through here. Still go through the trees. I don't wanna though. Just keep going with the wind and the whips and the boomerangs. Like that there. That's alright. Not as much experience. We got a lot of experience when the somethings were involved. The putrefidos. Right, putrefied. That's why. Putrefied. How about a mercurial thrust to the cloud? Maybe we should. Maybe try to. News. A group. That's a group. Group. I can still go for group. I don't like the dazzle. I don't dazzle though. Oh, they're immune to Sleepy Bye. That's not great. I don't think I'm willing to run off though. I'm not willing. Then poison from the putrefido. An iller pillar. There goes that. Then what? He's all slow. Two people are about to go down, and I don't want it happening. Much missing. There goes the cloud. Oh boy. I want to attack. Need him to take his damage. She can attack. Need him to defend. Okay, it defends too. That's all right. Because dead. Nobody leveled up from that. Little surprising. Oh boy. But we good though. It's all right. Except for the poison. You can squelch that away now. I ain't thinking enough about that, but I do see a little sparkle. Can I even reach that sparkle? Maybe I can. There's gotta be a hill around. Boomerang. Attack. Whip. Then whoosh. I'm poisoned and Ichiban's poisoned. It's alright. See that? It's alright. Ain't no thing. Use the antidotal herb. Right now I ain't worried about it, so we can squelch it away. It doesn't cost much. I can't reach that sparkly spot after all. I was worried about that, but rabbits want to keep coming up. Let's try to snooze. 2 enemies fell asleep. There goes to that. Rabbits are kind of strong seeming. We don't have the defenses. Zarn's up to 10. Cock-a-doodle-doo and Zin. I don't know what Zin does, but Cock-a-doodle-doo awakens from sleep, I know. Zin... Oh! There's our potential resurrector there. Is the level 2 spell Rising? Glad to have that, though. Where's the spiked hair? Fairy Village. Oh, gee. Didn't expect to be coming here. Before I go in any further, I want to make sure the auto-save. There's a cave. I think, though, with that autosave, I better stop here. I would rather go 4 hours, but I do need to slow down so I can get enough sleep so that I can do a thing in the morning. I'm going to believe and I'm going to make happen, especially since I'm not the only one doing this. I'm going to get up at a good time. I'm going to have enough sleep, and if not, I will begrudgingly nap. I can't get into details, but trust me, I'm handling the thing. It will be handled. Right now, I'm just glad I can find a consistent way to get at least widescreen, horizontal, YouTube, and Twitch working at the same time. If I can't get vertical YouTube up, I can definitely have TikTok. So I've got multiple things working if I set YouTube to be the main thing, because connecting with Twitch is actually hella easy. That I'm grateful. Which means it's time to figure out who to entrust you all with. Darnathium's happy about the Rido demo, which means there can be more confidence in getting the game then, which is always a good feeling. Okay, there are a few things. The only thing is someone I could raid. They still do not want to be raided. I'm going to double check and make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure they don't want to be raided. Oh, wrong command. Although it still works, because if you want to be cooler than you already are, you can copy and paste that raid message there. Yeah, raids are still not a thing, and they probably just won't be anymore if I had to guess. I'm not convinced they will be. But who should I go for? I think I could go here. It's not that I deny partners my raids because I got some kind of vendetta against them. I am but a blip and surely won't be all that noticed, and it won't be all that big a deal. That said, Pete Dorr is playing Sonic Rumble that just hit global release, and I would forget is also on it's also on Android. I'm gonna check something real fast though and see if it's somewhere else as well. Sonic Rumble is also on Steam. Why don't I think it's on consoles though? Let me check this then. I don't know that it's on consoles, and I have no reason to believe it is, but I can still see. There's Sonic Superstars, but no Sonic Rumble. Okay, so Sonic Rumble is on mobile and on Steam. So that's how we get to play with people. And that Circuit Metal Sonic skin looks like a Dark Spines Metal Sonic there. I'm sure I'm distracting too much here, but we got the message. And make it like this. I may have to put in something where please don't use this if you won't honor it in its verbatim form. But we can go ahead and raid Pete Dorr and see a little bit about what this Sonic Rumble is all about. So he and G to the next level have creator codes. I would not realize anything about it. G, though, on the other hand, I did very much because they are very Sega as it is. Pete is just in video games in general, the kind of streaming I want to do. But it's all good. I got my 2 hours in. It may have been later than I wanted, and it may have been only 2. But I did get my 2 hours. Everyday ERDRICK Day 2 is a success. So I feel good about that. Really want to believe there will be more time tomorrow. We'll have to see, but I'm willing to believe. It'll be the work days that'll be the issues. I'll have to sleep a little early so I can get a little time in on the work days. Like, I want to go 8 to noon or 9 to 1. We'll figure that out when the first weekend happens, at least a Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow is just going to be a real good chance. You'll see. Until then, take care of yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, believe in yourself. I want to see you back here for more gaming things when they happen. You know that's what we're about, and I probably need a better line than that. You're awesome. Pass it on. And until next time, stay uncommon. Later.